Igor is going to be demonstrating rukopashny boy, and again, recognizing that the trademarks of that are very fast, very violent, brutal, practical moves that usually are going to look to end with your opponent on the ground, usually finishing with a quick hand strike to the throat.
The second system is Sambo. With its roots in wrestling and grappling on the ground, the Spetsnaz fighter utilizes throws, locks, and holds to disable their enemy.
Mike's going to do a quick high-speed spiraling downward spin into the ground. Often when done well, you're going to impact your opponent, his ribs on one side, you striking his ribs on the other. Often you can affect a separation of cartilage in the ribs just on contact. He will go into a laid-back arm lock, which would result in the complete dislocation or shattering of his opponent's elbow.
The third and final system has revolutionized hand-to-hand combat. It is called Sistema. Based on principles of balance, breathing, and natural movement, it is deadly effective on the battlefield.
The Sistema specialists really are masters, sometimes artists, in their ability to move so many parts of their body using relaxation, more fluidity, greater range of motion, and all those other body parts. One of the aspects of Sistema always being to move your feet, breathe and relax. Scooping that elbow and pinning the attacking wrist, Tom will continue to just pivot around that arm with no more effort than just the movement of the feet at that point. Will put Andre on the ground in front of him.
Unknown to much of the Western world until the 1990s, Sistema has created a real buzz amongst the elite forces community.
Вопрос такой, мы же не учим каких-то специальных стоек. Мы учим, как выживать человек. Система вот сейчас, и в России там занимаются, спецподразделения американские занимаются, так? Да. А вот у Володи же приезжают, они в Ираке воюют сейчас.
The fighting techniques and the spirit of Spetsnaz are respected around the globe.
I guess it can be summed up where you develop a man into a weapon. I've been trained to do it with a knife. I've been trained to do it by throwing a shovel or by any other means, be it creating some kind of a cocktail for a person to drink or doing any kind of chemical magic. It all adds up into creating what became somewhat of a legend of Spetsnaz.
The legend lives on.
There's a very old Russian saying, hundreds of years old, that the Russian has a very broad back. And by that, they mean that they can withstand anything. And you see that very national mentality, that cultural identity transferred directly to their special forces, because I see those men tolerate far more than you would see in the vast majority of nations' most elite units.
Drawn together, the branches on the Spetsnaz family tree reflect their unique genesis. From the war in Afghanistan to the siege in Beslan, they have evolved into the Kremlin's deadliest fighting force. At their heart, the AK-47, an assault rifle that would shape history. Armed with cutting-edge weapon systems like the Vintorez sniper rifle and some of the deadliest unarmed combat moves known to man. They are Mother Russia's elite killers. They are Spetsnaz.